Hey everyone, my name is Arturia, also known as the Coily Academic. I'm a blurred with a love for beauty. So welcome back to my channel. So if you've rocked with me for a long time, you know that I have been MIA for months now. And I wanted my first video, or my first time back, to be an update video on where I've been. I wanted to keep it very casual, minimal editing, me on my living room floor filming with my iPad, realness. So yeah, today I'm going to talk to you all about where I've been. Honestly, this is a this will be a lot of talking about mental health in grad school. And I think this is important because oftentimes we self-censor and we show people the good, but we don't necessarily show them what we're dealing with. And I think that with all the pressures that are associated with academia, all the expectations that are placed on grad students and faculty, the publisher peril mindset, how whitewashed it is, all the things that make academia what it is can sometimes be an inducive environment for mental health issues. So you're working too much. Um, you're under a lot of pressure. Like all of these things can be triggering to people. Um, and it's just hard. It's just a very hard environment. And from the outside looking in, I have NSF, Graduate Research Fellowship. I have a couple publications. And from the outside looking in, it can seem like I'm thriving. But I think that my story speaks to others too. And ultimately, I hope that by sharing what's been going on with me, I might be able to help someone. Um, and there's people out there I know that watch me and they just want to know where I'm at. I know some of my friends have been on my butt about not filming. So if you guys are watching, this is for you. Yeah. So let's get into it. And I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. Again, I just want it to be very natural, like I'm talking to someone one-on-one. So, and again, I don't want to really edit or filter anything. So I apologize in advance. I also apologize for my corniness. I'm a cornball, but that's just who I am. So yeah, let's get into the video. So I want to say everything started in July of 2020. So about me is I've always been an anxious person, and I think that because I was so high functioning and because anxiety can like make you anxiety made me work harder basically, because I was so anxious, and I thought that that was just how everything was supposed to be. So anxiety was just always in the background. She was the frenemy that you invite to all your parties, even though you can't stand her. Like, it was there. Anxiety and me we were there. I was anxious all the time. And it really started in undergrad. But in July of 2020, I started exhibiting symptoms of depression as well. So, quick story time. Once the pandemic hit, I became very lonely because it was just me. And I decided one night that I was going to get a guinea pig. I told my boyfriend at the time I was getting a guinea pig. No one could change my mind. I wanted a guinea pig. So on Saturday, me and him, we go to PetSmart. There is not a guinea pig in sight, but there is a cat named Elsie who's from the shelter. And I fell in love with her story. I sympathized with her being in that small contained space, being in the system. I wanted that cat, and my mind was made up. So that Sunday, the very next day, I call my landlord. They're not very sympathetic of what's been going on in the pandemic. They reiterate they have a no pet policy. And I think that that was the incident that, or the straw that broke the camel's back, because after that, I just began to unravel. I started having thoughts of self harm. I started having suicidal thoughts. I just felt very isolated and alone. And again, my boyfriend asked me, do I think I'm depressed? And I wanted to say no, but as someone who was having those thoughts, you can't really say no at that point. Something was definitely wrong, and I recognized that. So from that point on, I sought help. I got a psychiatrist and a therapist. I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder as well as depression. Um, and from so, I was putting in the work. I told loved ones, I told my advisor, and I started trying to change my habits, which was really hard, especially with, again, my anxiety. With my anxiety, the way my anxiety presented itself, I was a workaholic because I was always anxious, and it led to productivity, and I was successful, but at what cost? So from starting July 2020, I was trying to change my habits in real time. So I was still taking classes and I was still working on research, but I was trying to do it more healthy. I also was trying to find coping strategies for my the thoughts that I was having. I began taking medication, trying to find the right SSRI for me. So October 2020 comes, and my boyfriend broke up with me. I took it really hard for two reasons. One being that he was one of the people that I really relied on my mental health journey. And two, I was codependent. Looking back on it, I was definitely codependent. And I think it took a toll on him, as it took a toll on him. And so when he broke up with me, that is not what, I mean, I can rationalize now, but I couldn't rationalize then. And it was just very hard because this was the person that I relied on. This was the person that emotionally supported me. And my thoughts just came back. My thoughts just came back. And a friend had to make the executive decision to call the hotline for me. And I was admitted into a mental health facility for 5 days. I will say this, even though I didn't have the best experience in the facility, if you or someone you know is having these thoughts, I want you to know that you're loved and that I love you and that I see you. I don't want to get emotional, but I understand. I understand. And it's very hard. But your story shouldn't end. So whether that be calling your therapist first, I mean, just calling your therapist, getting a therapist, calling your therapist, telling your therapist that you're having these thoughts, so that they can help you make a decision if a mental health facility is what you need right now. Yeah, I will put, of course, the hotline in the description box. I'll try to see if there's any other resources too, for people who don't want to go to the emergency room. But if it has gotten to the point where you need to go to the facility, just call a friend and they can help you with that. And if you're a friend, thank you for being there for that person. You may have to make that call like my friend made for me. So, I was in the facility. That was October. I came out in November. Um, yeah, and from there it was just picking up the pieces of my life. That sounds so dramatic. It is. That is so dramatic. What I mean is just again trying to like pick up where I left off in therapy, figure out my coping mechanisms, find a consistent therapist. I love my therapist. Um, Continue my medication, find the medication that was right for me. I just now found the medication that's right for me. Um, Figure out healthy strategies for surviving academia. So, not working 15 hours a day like I was, doing something that's more manageable. Um, Self esteem work, self love work, dealing with the breakup because, the breakup was a huge trigger for me. So, coming to terms with the breakup, um, just unplugging and connecting with my family and my friends again. And I really, honestly, just doing all of that, I just didn't feel compelled to pick up my camera like I should have. I really should have documented that journey, and I'm sorry. But I think I'm at a better place now where I'm ready to get back into my hobbies. I want to document this journey with you guys because, again, I think it's important that we're very open and honest with these conversations about mental health in grad school. Um, I know I'm not alone with battling depression and anxiety, especially in grad school. And if and we're just not alone. We're not alone. And to commemorate that journey, this journey that I'm on, I got a tattoo. Oh, excuse my hairy armpits, but I got a tattoo. If you can see, it's a semicolon. And for those of you who don't know, a semicolon. So in a sentence, a semicolon is a place where you could have ended with a sentence, but you didn't. And so a semicolon is for people who could have ended their life but didn't. So my story continues. So I wanted to get my first tattoo. I wanted my first tattoo to be a semicolon. So it's just a constant reminder of what I've accomplished and what I'm going to accomplish. So let's see. Other updates. So I'm done with classes officially. I hope to defend my thesis in this summer 2021. I'm still on NSF. I started making hair products, so I hope to actually film those recipes for you all. I know there's a couple recipes on the channel, but getting back into the swing of things. I still want to film natural hair related videos. Grad school videos. I want to do some more academic chats like the one we did today. Not necessarily like story times, kind of like things that deal with academia or my grad school life. Hair. So remember I chopped half of it off. It's like it's like here now. It's wash and go season, so this is a wash and go. This is day 3. Yeah. If you want me to film wash and goes, I have type 4A hair. If you want me to film that, then comment down below and I'll do that. There's not any more updates. I really just wanted to come on camera and tell you about my mental health journey, which I did. If there's anything I touched on, briefly that you want me to talk about, my time in the mental health facility, strategies and coping mechanisms I've learned for my anxiety and depression, any of that, let me know and I will film that for you. But yeah, again, I'm going to post resources in the description box and I will see you all really soon. I'm going to try to do a video a week or a video every 2 weeks. It's documented, so you all have heard that I'm going to do that. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, okay guys? Bye.